Hello band and choir students. A couple of announcements just to make sure you are all on the same page as we do our assignments, because there are a couple of changes as we go through. First off, this week's sight reading, please make sure you are being very careful with them, 214 and 215. Both of these pieces are in the same key, so that helps, but they also both don't start on beat 1 in their measures. So please make sure you are careful with them. To help you out a little bit, just make sure you understand. 214 in the key of A does not start on beat 1, it starts on beat 4. So when you're counting to get yourself into it, give yourself that four beats introduction and then go into it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and da da da. And again, make sure you're using solfege, obviously. Same thing with 215. 215 is in 3/4, so you're going to be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and. But it does not start on beat 1, it starts instead on the and of beat 2. So when you're going through 215, make sure that you're counting a full measure first and then coming in on the and of beat 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, da 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 da. Okay, so just make sure that you are practicing it, that you are keeping that beat first. Make sure that you stop, that you pat out the rhythms before you start trying to get the notes themselves, because the rhythms might trip you up if you're not ready for them. Also, make sure you're looking ahead, and next week we're going to be skipping to the other side of the page with 218 and 219. So next week we'll be in the bass clef. Make sure you are ready for that. If you're not sure what notes are what on the bass clef, review your notes from Theory Thursdays that we've been doing previously, or just look it up online. You can find the notes in the bass clef pretty easy that way. But just make sure that you are practicing and you're ready for it. Okay? So, moving ahead from there for this Thursday's assignment, Theory Thursday, I want to make sure you guys all understand exactly what I'm looking for Theory Thursday assignments. Now, normally in class, we would be doing the lesson, and then I would give you just a piece of paper that has some things that you can go over, a worksheet that you can go over the lesson that we just went through. That's not possible now, since we are all not together. So what you do is you click on the link, and you go to the quizzes website and you do the activity. Usually you'll have 2 or 3 chances to go through it to make sure that you understand the concepts. Those are not quiz grades, those are generally classwork grades as far as that's worth. So it's not going to be factoring as heavily as a normal test. But I do want to make sure that you guys are getting onto quizzes in a reasonable amount of time. Sometimes people email me and say, well, I can't access it now, a week after the activity was posted. Of course you can't. Quizzes has time limits. So you need to make sure that you are getting on there in a reasonable amount of time. Try to do it on Thursday or Friday, or failing that, over the weekend, and get the work done then. Okay? Please also be aware that I am taking off points for lateness for assignments, so please make sure you get them done in a reasonable amount of time. Generally, if it's the week of, if an assignment was due on Wednesday and you don't get it done until Thursday or Friday, I generally will not take points off. But if an assignment was due on Wednesday and you don't get it done until the next Wednesday, you can bet you're going to be losing those points. Get the assignments done in a reasonable amount of time. I know that all of you have at least some time to get some of this done, so I'm not asking for too much here. One final note, you will notice last week that I did not assign you an individual reflection on Friday. I think I'm going to keep it that way and just have you do the individual reflections once a week on Mondays. I still want you practicing your music, but I also know that it can get a little daunting to have an assignment every single day. So in general, you will not have assignments on Friday going forward. If you have questions, please email me. Again, sending me messages on Schoology takes longer because my email system doesn't always tell me that it's there, and I don't check Schoology as much as my email. So send me an email and I will reply to you a lot faster. Have a great day, guys.